Hello, and welcome to the 2019 NAESP National Leaders Conference. My name is Sharon McNary, and I'm seeking your support for Vice President. I have served as the proud principal at Richland Elementary in Memphis, Tennessee for the past 15 years. I've been married to my husband, Steve, for the past 35 years. I have 3 sons, 3 grandsons, and 2 granddaughters. I truly value being a member of NAESP because of networking, professional learning, and advocacy. Through networking with principals from across the nation, with problems like mine, we have worked through these concerns to help improve student achievement. One year, our test scores in math had declined, so I sought advice from principals in schools similar to mine at the NAESP National Conference. The next year, our scores increased by 12%. As we all know, NAESP provides wonderful professional learning opportunities all year long. Webinars, NAESP mentor training, and the National Conference provide members and attendees with best practices, resources, and the latest information. With the support of NAESP, I have also become a certified mentor, and I hope to be able to help assistant principals and principals grow their own leadership skills. Advocacy efforts led by NAESP have made a difference. I am proud to be part of the National Association that is not afraid to tackle the tough issues and share with the congressional leaders. I made a personal goal at a young age that everything I chose to do in life would make a positive impact on children. I have been true to this goal by serving as an educator for 36 years. In addition to my career as an educator, I have served in all positions on the Tennessee Principal Association Board of Directors, and I'm currently serving as the NAESP Zone 4 Director. It has been my honor and a privilege to lead in this capacity. If elected, I will continue my commitment to lead and work with members, NAESP staff, state representatives, and board members to ensure that all NAESP members are kept abreast of pertinent information. I will listen and respond to the instructional leadership needs and demands of our members, and I will work to advocate for all principals on key issues that will impact our principals, schools, and most importantly, our children, such as supporting principals as they work in these ever-changing times and work to close the achievement gaps with all diverse group of learners, and expand mental health programs to better serve students and families. As a former special education teacher and now a grandmother helping to raise my grandson with Down syndrome, special education and mental health are 2 areas that are dear to my heart. With ESSA, we've made some gains in the area of special education, and we are slowly closing the achievement gap. But we must do more in the area of mental health. Our children simply deserve more. The social, emotional well-being of our children should and must be our foremost concern. The number of children's suicides in the U.S. is staggering. This past fall, in one rural county in Tennessee, 1 high school, 1 middle school, and 1 elementary school student all took their lives within a month of each other. Children as early as 6 years old are dealing with anxiety and depression. Principals must work with lawmakers to improve the social and emotional support that students need. It will take all of us working together to bring mental health issues forward to create change for improvement. In closing, I would like to share a personal story with you. At the age of 2, I knew something was wrong with one of my youngest son. Mood shifts, aggression, and inappropriate behavior was the norm. I sought the help of his pediatrician, requested an evaluation, only to come up with a diagnosis of ADHD. It was a struggle to get the supports that were needed. We visited multiple mental health doctors, and he was in and out of residential treatment centers. But because of insurance, he was only able to stay for a little time and not enough time to get the proper help he so desperately needed. My son also knew there was something wrong, and he began self-medicating with drugs in middle school. At the age of 15, I found my son unconscious in his room from an overdose of pills. Following this incident, he spent 5 weeks in a residential treatment center where he was also diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Problems continued, solutions escaped us. At the age of 18, he was arrested for possession. It was then as an adult that he finally got the true help he needed. My son is now 28. He's the father of my grandson with Down syndrome, and he's working hard to provide a loving, supportive environment. He's still battling his bipolar, he always will. But not all stories end like his. There are so many children dealing with mental health issues that don't get the help they deserve. We as principals must fight for better mental health for our children. Our efforts matter. It has truly been my pleasure to serve on the NAESP Board of Directors for the past 4 years, and I would be honored to serve you as the next NAESP Vice President. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sharon. And at this time, we'll move into the question portion of the presentation, and you will have 2 minutes to respond to the following question. The pre-K-8 school leader in 2018, a 10-year study, indicated that the top concern for educators was addressing the needs of students with emotional issues. What advice would you recommend to principals regarding the social emotional needs of students within our educational system? And what role does the principal play in encouraging trauma-informed approaches?
According to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, anxiety disorders currently affect 1 in 8 children, with 6 years old being the median age of onset for anxiety disorders. Our children come to us with so much adverse childhood experiences, such as physical, emotional, sexual abuse, physical or emotional neglect, the loss of a parent through illness, death, domestic violence, or substance abuse within the family that can lead to dangerous levels of stress that can derail healthy brain development in children. At my school alone, we have had 6 children lose parents this year. 1 murder, 1 drug overdose, where the 5-year-old just last week found his mother dead in the bathtub, and 1 suicide, where the father took his own life at our school playground, where his daughter now has to, every day when she's playing, his 3rd grade daughter, she knows that's where her daddy took his life. If left unaddressed, the negative effects can lead to poor outcomes in their academics, social emotional development, and their ability to become healthy, productive citizens in the future. We must address these issues head-on by ensuring that our school counselors and mental health staff are equipped to deal with all these issues that affect our children. But we can't just focus on the mental health staff. We must make sure that our teachers are also equipped to deal with these issues, because our children come to school daily with adverse experiences. Principals must create a responsive climate where teachers build relationships with their students and know immediately when something is wrong so it can be addressed and know how to address it. Desmond Tutu once said, "There comes a point where we need to stop pulling people out of the river. We need to go upstream and find out why they're falling in." Since youth spend much of their day at school, we play a critical role in promoting the health and safety of young people and helping them establish lifelong healthy behaviors. We as principals have a moral obligation to our students and families to support the children's social and emotional well-being throughout their school career. Without that support, all the work we do to increase their achievement will be to no avail. Thank you.
I know. Well, thank you, Sharon. Now we'll move on to the second question, which Sharon will select randomly. Again, the candidates do not know the specific questions, only the nature of them. So, Sharon, the question is, please share your thoughts on how to best grow membership in the National Association of Elementary School Principals.
One of my passions, membership, as a state rep and zone director. I know how hard we all work, and we have to do more. We have to find other ways to reach our principals. So we have to offer them different things. There has to be something that, when they hear the buzz that NAESP is offering, that they want to be a member. The millennials don't, and others just don't always see the purpose for it. So we have to come up for different things, and NAESP's working on that. Like when they did their back to school toolbox videos and that were on this fall for principals, and especially I can imagine new principals not knowing what to do. And so they had a resource they can go to. We need to do more of that. We have a membership committee that has been for years, and they've come up with great ideas. It's time to think creatively, think out of the box, and come up with different ways of doing things. We have to look at a different menu of doing our membership, because every single state is different in their the way they're designed. And so not every state needs everything that NAESP offers. So we've got to look at that. I will continue to work with the state reps and with the staff to find different creative ways to increase membership, while also finding ways to bring principals that they want to join NAESP. Thank you.